Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to your daily Wallops weather briefing for Wednesday, December 18th. We saw a low around 32 degrees last night and seeing some mostly sunny skies out there currently. We will continue to see partly cloudy and mostly sunny skies throughout the day today, and then seeing some very frigid lows tomorrow morning as we get a reinforcing shot of cold air moving into the region tonight. Taking a look at our rainfall across the area yesterday, we didn't really get as much rain as our model and forecast was showing. Only a 5/100th of an inch here over the past 24 hours. Here is a map of 24-hour rainfall across the region. It did look like the band of more moderate precipitation actually set up more across the central portion of the Delmarva up towards the Cambridge area and Georgetown and near Lewis. And really we're kind of in a dry spot here, as you can see on this map, with this lighter blue shade pretty much centered right over the Wallops region. So we only seeing 5/100 of an inch of rain yesterday, and really that was our only chance of seeing any rain for at least the next 7 to 8 days in the forecast. Currently looking at our satellite there, you see mostly sunny skies across the region, just a little bit of cirrus off to our southeast currently. We are going to continue to see that throughout the day. Could see a little bit more of some cloudiness near around 4,000 feet or so as we get towards the late afternoon and early evening hours, but otherwise going to remain mostly sunny throughout the region as we go throughout today and really across the next few days as well. So taking a look at our surface analysis across the region this morning, there's that cold front well off to the southeast that brought us that little bit of rain yesterday evening. We do have some high pressure starting to build in from the northern plains, area of Canadian high pressure that's going to bring in some much colder temperatures over the next couple of days. Still have that upper level trough across the northeast, and that's going to bring a little bit more of a short wave across the area tonight. No moisture for this to work with, so not expecting really any precipitation, just a slight uptick in cloudiness later this evening associated with that cold front, and it is going to bring a reinforcing shot of cold air. Also going to be seeing winds be a little breezy as we get that shortwave moving through and that very cold high pressure moving in tonight. So we can even see a chance of wind chills getting down to the teens or near 10 degrees possibly in the pre-dawn hours of tomorrow, as we're going to see that low drop into the lower 20s with that very cold air mass moving ahead overnight. Taking a brief look at our upper level winds this morning, see a northwesterly wind to the surface running around 10 knots out of the 12Z and then increasing to around 25 knots through the 6 from 1,000 feet to around 6,000 feet. Then seeing those winds shift more west-southwesterly across the remainder of the column, starting off at 40 knots at 9,000 feet and then increasing to a very quick 130 knots at the 25,000 foot level. Seeing a freezing level this morning around 1,000 feet. For our forecast today, we are going to be seeing a high this afternoon near 43 degrees as we have that chillier air mass in place, just a couple degrees below normal for this time of year. Northwesterly winds are going to slowly increase as we go throughout the day today, becoming 8 to 13 knots and gusty late this morning and into early this afternoon. Then as we get towards the mid-afternoon hours, seeing a chance of a wind advisory as we get those wind gusts close to 25 knots with that northwesterly wind. It does look like then as we get after sunset, we'll see a little bit of a brief lull in the winds. Still not calm, though. Still around 8 to 13 knots and slightly gusty. But then as we get closer to midnight, when that cold shot of cold air starts to move into the area with that short wave, we'll see those winds increase a bit, becoming 14 to 19 knots and gusty after midnight, and seeing those temperatures drop into the low 20s, and that'll give us a chance of seeing those wind chills possibly down as low as 10 degrees, maybe even a degree or two below that if in those wind gusts. So that'll be something to keep in mind if you are planning any outside work for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's high is only also supposed to be into the lower to mid 30s as well. So it is going to be a rather frigid day tomorrow as we have a little bit of an Arctic air mass overhead, and so giving us those temperatures about 10 to 12 degrees below normal for this time of year. Taking a look at our terminal forecast, currently just seeing a few cirrus clouds at 25,000 feet off to the southeast. That's going to dissipate over the next couple hours. Then this afternoon, seeing a few to scattered deck of clouds near 4,500 feet pop up across the area, possibly even broken at times with that approaching shortwave as we get towards the late afternoon hours and the early evening. Then tonight, just seeing really a few to scattered clouds at 4,000 feet, so remaining mostly clear as we go into tonight. take a quick look at our long-range model to see how our weather pattern will be progressing as we go throughout the next few days here. This is this afternoon, as we're going to finally see that high pressure moving in, and we see that little bit of a shortwave bringing some snow showers across parts of Pennsylvania and New York. And like I said, though, remaining dry down here, not expecting any precipitation, just a very slight uptick in cloudiness. As moving to tomorrow and that high pressure starts to settle in, that'll help to drop our lows in the low 20s and also keeping that cold temperatures around with that cold high pressure in place over the mid-Atlantic, allowing those temperatures only to get up into the mid-30s as we go into tomorrow. Cold temperatures will remain in place Friday as that cold high pressure lingers across the area for the next couple of days. And then Saturday, it does look like we'll get that cold high pressure starting to move off to the northeast as we get more of a mild high pressure starting to develop across the mid-Atlantic. But that's just really going to keep our weather very benign as we go into this weekend and early next week, keeping those winds fairly light. Also, temperatures should be fairly seasonable as well. There is going to be this low pressure system developing Sunday across the southeast, but strong high pressure across the mid-Atlantic and northeast will keep all of that shunted to the south. So really not going to really see any impacts from this system across the mid-Atlantic and Delmarva, and this very benign weather should remain locked in place through Christmas Day. So taking a look at an overview of our 7-day forecast, going to be seeing a high of 43 this afternoon under partly cloudy skies. Cold tomorrow morning with a low of 22, and then very cold tomorrow afternoon, that high only getting up into the mid-30s. Friday morning, going to be seeing another very cold morning in the low 20s, perhaps a little bit of a question on how calm the winds are going to be. So if we get some perfectly clear skies and calm winds, I don't be surprised if that low drops a couple degrees below that 22 mark there. On Friday, going to be seeing those temperatures start to try to moderate just a little bit as that Arctic high pressure starts to weaken. Seeing a high of 41 Friday, still a little cold with some clear skies for Saturday morning with that low of 25, and then we'll start to see things become a little more seasonable, expecting a high of 44 degrees on Saturday, and then temperatures slowly rising throughout the second half of the weekend and into early next week, 49 on Sunday, and then rising up to the upper 50s by Tuesday, seeing those lows remain between 35 and 40 degrees from Monday morning and Tuesday morning as well. That'll do it for your daily weather briefing. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:15 a.m. and at 10 a.m. Have a great day.